have a human exploration program, which is still spending about what it used to spend, but it has no nominal goals. It's not going to the moon, it's not going to asteroids, it's going up and down to the space station, and that is serving one useful function of helping develop certain commercial space capabilities, but I don't think it can be justified on that basis alone. It has to serve a broader purpose than that. Now, and you must understand there's another factor here, which is the so-called fiscal cliff, the fiscal tsunami which is coming. Now, the United States has gone into enormous deficit spending over the past 4 years. Now, this is not due to NASA. NASA's budget this year is the same as what it was in 2008. But the rest of the federal budget has increased 40%. Okay, if you can imagine that. And yet, one of the first places that could conceivably be gone to wipe out, to try to rectify this situation would be NASA. And if it does not have a compelling mission, this ship that's adrift is just going to be swept away. So, what does a space program we can believe in require? It must have a compelling mission, and I would argue to you that simply flying up and down to the space station is not a compelling mission for sending humans into space. I would argue to you that returning to the moon, while more interesting than flying up and down to the space station, is also not a truly compelling mission. Return to the moon 50 years after we were there the first time. But humans exploring Mars, okay, resolving the kinds of scientific questions that there are related to Mars, the search for life, resolving the question of the human future, which is, will we be a multi-planet spacefaring species, or won't we? I mean, Mars is the closest place that this could be done. If you can't make it there, you can't make it anywhere. So do we have an open or closed future? This is what we're going to resolve on Mars. And also, there's another thing, which is a question that's put to the nation, which is, do we still have the stuff to do stuff like this? Are we still a nation of pioneers? The United States is the only country, to my knowledge, whose national anthem begins and ends with a question. Okay? And the second question that it ends with is more interesting. Who does the banner still wave over? And does it still wave over the land of the brave? Does it still wave over a nation of pioneers? And that's another question that we're going to resolve here. Okay? Now, if you do say we're going to embrace Mars, because it is where the challenge is, it's where the future is, it's where the science is, then you really have to do it. Shortly before NASA, or the administration rather, announced the cancellation of the robotic Mars missions, which